This video will show you how to set up your MVDSL email account using Microsoft Outlook 2010. If you don't currently have an MVDSL email account and you are a customer, give us a call at 702-397-2601 and we will create an account for you. Or if you like to do it yourself, you may visit our FAQ Frequently Asked Questions page at www.mvdsl.com to learn how to set up your own account. The first thing you'll need to do is open up Outlook. As you can see, we already have it open. The next thing you're going to want to do is click on File, and then we're going to want to click on Add an Account. And here we're going to put our full name. In our example, our name is going to be John Doe, so we're going to put John Doe. And his email address is going to be John, if I could spell here, john.doe@mvdsl.com. And we're going to put his password in. And it looks like it's going to ask us to retype his password. And now we're going to want to manually configure his server settings or additional server types. We're going to check that. Go ahead and click Next. It's going to be an internet email type account. So we're going to make sure that's already checked. So we're going to go ahead and click Next. And you can see some of this is already put in here. Now we kind of have a choice to make. We need to decide whether we want our email to be POP or IMAP. With POP, all of the email goes to the MVDSL mail server, and then your computer will pop that email off of the MVDSL mail server onto your computer. One of the advantages to POP is that it's increased privacy. You don't have your email sitting on the MVDSL mail server. And it's also a little bit faster to review your emails. The other choice is IMAP. And with IMAP, those messages stay on the MVDSL mail server. And if you delete them, they go into trash, but that trash stays on MVDSL mail server until you clean up your trash. The primary advantage to IMAP is that you can review your email from any computer anywhere. So if you have a message on one computer, you can log into the other computer and you'll see that message. If you delete it on one computer, it's going to be deleted on the other computer. The disadvantage to IMAP are that it's going to be a little bit slower to review your email and it is less private. So in our example, we're going to go ahead and click POP. And the incoming mail server and outgoing mail server are all going to be the same. So it's just going to be mvdsl.com, or I'm sorry, mail.mvdsl.com, and the outgoing will be mail.mvdsl.com. And your login information is going to be the first part of your email address. So it's going to be john.doe. And then we're going to, I don't know why I need to ask you your password again, but we're going to check that. And then we're going to check remember password. Now we do not want to require login using secure password authentication. So we're going to click on more settings now. And one of the things we're going to need to do is, if you want to use your computer to send email from outside of the MVDSL network, we're going to need to authenticate your outgoing mail server. One of the things we want to make sure of is that any email that is being sent through the MVDSL mail server is actually from our customers. We do not want a spammer to send email, so we need to make sure you are who you are. If you're connected to our network, you can go ahead and send all you want, because we just assume you're one of our customers. So if you go ahead and click outgoing server, and you're going to say my server requires authentication. Now you don't need to go through all these steps if you're not going to be traveling with your computer, and you're going to want it to be the same as your incoming mail server. And then under advanced, if you're traveling, you're going to want to probably change the incoming server to requires an encrypted connection. If you're just at home, it doesn't really matter. So if we check that, the support number changes. And the outgoing server, once again, if you're traveling and you need to send away from the MVDSL thing, you need to just go ahead and encrypt it, and the encryption that we want is SSL. Now we're also going to need to manually change this server port number to 465. You can see we've changed to 465. And here's some other things here under delivery that you might want to pay attention to. Remember we said that with POP, you popped it off of our mail server onto yours. One of the things you can do is you can say, well, just in case, I want to leave those messages on the MVDSL server for a certain period of time. And so this says leave a copy on the server, and then this box says you can remove it after 14 days. So maybe if something happens to your computer, those messages would still be there for 14 days. Or you could uncheck this, and then all the messages would be popped off and be on your computer permanently. We would not have a copy at all. So it's kind of up to you. So now go ahead and click OK, and then let's go ahead and click Next. And you can see it's sending a test message. It looks like all the things are completed. So we're going to go ahead and close this, and then we're going to go ahead and click Finish, and you're done. You should have an account. We'll probably have that should be all. There's the John Doe account right there. We should have some messages in the inbox. There's our test message. There's some other test messages that I created when I was setting this up. So looks like things are good. Thank you for your time.